another video. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome to Kiellie's World. And today I am joined by two beautiful ladies,
Kiellie
and
Nancy.
Yay! And as you can see in the caption, we will be talking about would they date a foreigner? So, if this video interests you, I want you to stick around. But before we get into it, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Great. Now, let's get into it. The first question is, and I will ask Nancy first.
Okay.
Would you date a foreigner?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay, so what are some of the reasons why you may consider to date or not date?
If I consider to date with a foreigner, I really fall in love with him.
Okay.
And also maybe I want to stay in that country.
Okay. So if you're in China and you're approached by a very attractive foreigner, would you consider going on a date with that person?
Probably.
Probably.
Only for a date, but for the future, probably.
Okay. All right. And what about you, Elaine? Would you date a foreigner?
Actually, I tried, but I don't think I would date again.
Oh, okay. And what happened?
Well, actually, it's about the cultural differences and about the family.
Family.
Yeah.
Oh. So whose family are you referring to? Are you referring to his family or your family?
Actually, mine.
Oh, so one of the reasons why you wouldn't again is because based on your family, it's not particularly favored by them for you to date a foreigner.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. All right, and the next question is, but how was it? How was the experience dating a foreigner? How would you differentiate it from dating a local?
Well, actually, I think dating a foreigner, it will be more kind of interesting because you can experience the different type of dates.
Okay.
Because as usual, for the local man, maybe we could just go out shopping and maybe watch some movie and maybe have a dinner, something like that.
Okay.
And that time I dated with that foreigner, and he we went back to my university, and we talked a lot about the culture and a lot about our opinions about the society and everything. Just everything. We can share a lot.
Okay. And you also mentioned that the locals, which are Chinese men, they are more patient.
Yeah.
So patient in what sense?
Actually, it's the sexual part.
The
sexual part,
Oh.
yes. And for me, I think foreigners, they are more open. More open than Chinese, right?
Yeah.
And actually, the Chinese men, they will be more patient about the waiting. They can wait for a long time to have sex with you. Because they will respect your opinions, and they just can't wait. Yeah.
So basically, based on your experience with a foreigner, he was not patient. He wanted to just basically jump right in with him without getting to know you.
Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable.
And listen, wait, get to know someone before you actually want to dive in. I totally agree with that point. All right, so how did your family or friends reacted to you dating a foreigner?
But actually, my friends, they are okay with that. Yeah, and they will think a little bit interesting. But my family, they are really traditional Cantonese, the south part of China, and they will say, no, we want you to marry to a Cantonese guy, please.
Okay.
Yes, that's their opinion. Tradition. It's too traditional to take a foreigner as a part of the family.
Okay, and do you agree with them? Because what happens if it's a case where, all right, let me throw this one to Nancy. Nancy, if you were to date a foreigner, how would your friends or family react to it?
My friends will say, wow, you have have a date with a foreigner, and my family, such as my parents, they probably
No.
they just who is he? He's a foreigner, right? Yes, and make the expression not the same as my friend. Wow, they will be like.
Oh
Like
boy,
this.
disappointed.
Yeah, but I think the most important thing is if I get married with the foreigner,
Yeah.
if my future husband didn't live in China, that means I
They
will
would-
live apart with my parents.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, if you were in another country, then it would be okay. But being in China and getting married to a foreigner, it's not really acceptable, or your family won't be too happy.
I think it's not that mean like happy or unhappy. It's the way that if they can accept a foreigner, because you know culture, like in education and maybe in the food or something else, you have a different sauce. So maybe someday you have an argue, something
Oh,
like that.
argument.
Yeah. And the most another important thing is about the language. That my parents or my grandmothers, that they cannot like speak English.
Yeah.
So if they want to like communicate with each other, probably the body language. But sometimes only some body language you can use.
Yes.
Another like words you cannot use the body language to show what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, that is correct, and that's definitely true. But would it be a case where they're like, okay, if you're happy, then I'm happy for you? Would it be like that, or?
I think they will. If they think I really find a good man,
Yes.
a perfect man, and someone that I really want to live with him like that. So I think my parents will accept that
Okay.
one day probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Now, my next question is, do you have any preference in regards to foreigners? Let's say, are you more attracted to white or as opposed to like someone from an African descent? Or it doesn't matter? What do you think, Elaine?
Actually, I think for me, the appearance will be really important.
Okay.
Actually, I like some type of the men. For example, they are strong, but not that kind of with a lot of muscles.
Okay.
But tall. The height is really important for me, and maybe their faces.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
do you prefer it round, oval, straight?
Just need to be handsome.
Okay, so are you saying it could be someone black or someone white? It doesn't matter, or you
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
And what say you, Nancy?
The same.
The
Same
same.
as is the man. It doesn't matter.
Okay, and I've realized since I've been here that I've seen more Chinese females with foreigners as opposed to the males with a foreign female. Why do you think that's the case?
Well, for me, I think it's because the foreigners, they are more open, and when they meet someone they like, they will go to her and just do some greeting, or they will ask her just immediately or directly, would you want to be my girlfriend or something like that? Just be more kind of aggressive, not in a bad way.
Okay, so they basically see someone that they likes and just go after.
Yeah.
They're not too shy or reserved. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
and Nancy, what do you want to add anything to what she said?
I think maybe a male foreigner wants to date with a local female. Probably they want to improve their Chinese.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Improve their Chinese. Really, right?
Yes,
It
I've heard of that.
happens.
True,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
And I think vice versa as well. I think
Yeah.
maybe some Chinese females would date a foreigner to learn
Yeah,
the
to
language.
learn their
But I've
language.
definitely heard where males want to date the female because they want to learn more Chinese. So yes,
Yes.
that's the reason. But do you think that's a good reason to want to date someone?
Yeah.
Come on. I
No.
don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so. I just say like,
Yeah, but it
maybe,
happens.
yes.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does happen.
It's
but
maybe one of the reasons.
Yes.
One of the reasons.
I-
There's lots of many reasons.
Yeah, I totally agree. So there are many reasons as to why it is that a female or a male would probably date the other.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think they want to learn. But at the end of the day, that should not be the reason why someone chooses to date someone else. No.
Most of them love.
Exactly, love.
Yeah.
Let it be love. Like
It's the key point.
Exactly.
Each other.
Like, I see you, I need to be attracted to you first, because at the end of the day, you're not going to see someone and automatically fall in love. It means you need to probably go on dates, get to know each other, and it's a possibility that you need to share the same values and morals, which it may be hard, but if it is that one is open-minded, then it can definitely work. But love should be the main reason. Now, what are some reasons Chinese wouldn't date a foreigner?
What are the reasons?
Yeah.
I don't know about the men, but I think women, they will think about the future. Actually, most of the women, they will think about the future when they are dating some guy.
Okay.
Right? And just like if I go out dating with somebody at my age, maybe I will think about should I go, should I share the future with him? Just like my rest of my life, should I spend my rest of my life with this kind of person? Yeah. And the first one is about the worry about the future. Yes. And maybe the second thing, it will be about the culture differences. Because people will feel scared when they don't know somebody or they don't know something. They will feel scared. They will be scared to touch or to try.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. It's about bravery. Yeah. And maybe the third thing is about the how to say. For me, it's just two things. Maybe it's just about the cultural differences, and maybe they think about the future, because maybe he will leave China and to
Go back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I want him to be here. Actually.
Yeah.
So, but what about you leaving China to reside in his country? Would you do that?
If I love him really much, then I will.
Okay.
But I will think about the reality,
Yes, that's true. I understand. And what about you, Nancy? What are some reasons Chinese wouldn't date?
Wouldn't?
Yes.
I think like maybe they have their concerns if the Chinese get married with a foreigner, they probably leave China, but in China have her family in China. Yeah, I guess that kind of the worries.
Yeah, I understand. So basically, for you to be with a foreigner and you have to consider leaving China, you will be leaving behind your family?
Yeah, or maybe you can stay in China. That's okay. But if you say like maybe leave China, then if someone who has sadly passed away, you spend a lot of time on the flight. It's not that easy to come back.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. Especially now that we're going through the pandemic, it's definitely not
so some
easy.
specific situation happens like the COVID now.
Yes. Okay, so I think, let me see if I have any further questions. So, I think that's it for today in this video. If it is that I have any further questions, I'll definitely do a part 2. Thank you, ladies, for joining me, and thank you for watching. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe, okay? Love. Bye.
Bye.